Welcome back, guys. Automotive Inc. here. If you are new to the channel, please smash the subscribe and the like button. Hit the notification bell so you can know we have new content. So today I just want to do a video on the Powerboost and hypermiling. So people have asked a ton how in the hell I'm getting 25 plus, although a lot of watchers that own a Powerboost have reported that they also get really good fuel economy. So first things first, what I like to tell everybody is I drive the truck in eco mode. So all of these modes that you get, other than the ones that are kind of specific to 4x4, they're all just basically changing like the throttle response and kind of shift points, if you will. So tow haul makes it more harsh, more shift, and sport mode makes it really holding those shifts, and then definitely gives you great throttle response, especially in the Powerboost. It's got tons of power. But in eco mode, I got plenty of power. That is not the issue. But when it comes to hypermiling, getting the best fuel economy, and I know I've had guys that get on here and say they have the baby Duramax and they're half ton and they can get 25, 27 all day. Well, that's good, and to be expected if you drive it reasonably. However, here you're going to pay about $1 more a gallon for diesel, so I think that kind of equates back. And at the end of the day, I don't think that I still would want to mess with the DEF and everything like that. So Ford little EV coach guide down there. So when it is light blue, you can see that I'm using the throttle. And the best way to hypermile this bad boy is to use the EV coach. So they have a round one that talks about your EV habits and your driving habits, and that one's not as fruitful as, say, using this one. So coasting your friend when it comes to trying to hypermile this thing. So if you can get up to your speed, and again it shines at 55 and under, it'll go into hybrid mode. But if you can get up to say 55 and then let off the throttle and get the cruise control set, cruise control even in the city will help that. Now see right there that we're going about 45, and you can see that little blue bar and the larger blue square rectangle, I guess, and basically that is your available electrical use. So basically the more you can coast, you can see if I let off the throttle, we still have it, and it kind of goes into a small charging state, and then we kind of start over. Now the more you need, the more the bar is going to go down. So as the truck, if I was to really push down on the throttle, we could see that we got icy roads here. We're following a Mustang, so this is where again it really shines. So once that little rectangle that's empty kind of starts going down towards the other blue bar that's going up, it'll eventually kick back into the actual throttle. Now you can trick this going 70, you can let off the throttle, and as long as you're going downhill, if you lightly touch the brakes, then it will go into battery charge mode and hybrid. And then what you can see is if I push on the brakes here, that kind of gives me a little boost in my charge. Not saying you need to do that, I'm just wanted to show you what that looks like when it's charging. Now I've been driving probably for a mile. Now granted, we're following somebody that's going slow, rightfully so. A Mustang on icy roads in Colorado is kind of like bar of soap at the bottom of a bathtub. It's kind of slick, so I get that, but it kind of helps my fuel economy a lot. So coming out here, I averaged about 40 miles per hour. I did not use four-wheel drive. If you use four-wheel drive, the EV state, obviously the powertrain is going to need more demand, so you're not going to have as much electrical range. Now you can, if it gets really cold, it's going to be just like a fully electric car. The battery packs do kind of pull back, and you lose a little bit of that charge. But once you get into a parking lot and you're keeping it under 10, that EV bar will pretty much stay, so you have plenty of juice to maneuver and get around. So what I will tell you guys is, just like everything, driving habits are going to shape your fuel economy no matter what vehicle you're in, whether it's a hybrid, a diesel, a standard gasoline engine, it doesn't really matter. So if you're a person that likes to punch it and get on it, whether you're driving a Powerboost or anything, it's going to dictate and change your fuel economy, because I've seen people drive Corollas that can get like 50 miles the gallon, and yet they only average 30 or 32. It's purely driving habits. Now, most of this trip I did stay basically in hybrid because the speeds were lower. Let's take a look about this trip. So this trip I did use four-wheel drive for just a smidge. So out of the 16 total miles, 32 minutes of elapsed time, it averaged 25.3 miles to the gallon. that's about what I get in general, guys. But typically, if there's no snow and there's not a lot of having to speed up, slow down, I can stay into it, and I can push up in the 27 range. I've got 30. I've got even better than that. So depending on your driving, you know, it is what it is. Now, as you guys can see, I am still running the heater, and what's really cool about the Powerboost is the engine shuts off and keeps pumping me heat, keeps all my electronics on, and when the demand of that or the batteries draw down enough, it'll restart the engine. So when I'm sitting in front of the gym in the morning and waiting for my 25 minutes for it to open, I can stay warm, and it doesn't affect my fuel economy because it isn't really using the gas engine for anything. So again, guys, I hope that this helps a lot. And I've really enjoyed the Powerboost, and matter of fact, we're probably going to run another heavy duty on the channel this summer, and probably up to 9 months to a year. And then I think I'm going to probably downgrade my trailers and go back into one of these hybrid systems, not a diesel half ton, because I don't want to mess with the emission stuff. My boss just had a brand new 15, or not a 15, he had a brand new like 2021 Sierra badass AT4 half ton with the diesel, and all he had was problems with it. And he drives highway, and he just had DEF issues. He had this and that. And then I work at a trucking place where almost everything that comes in has an emissions control system issue from the DEF, DPF system, etc. and so forth. So the Powerboost is an excellent vehicle. I know it made the top list of most unreliable vehicles, but they really didn't break down what caused that reliability to be a concern. Was it you know, the radio always quitting? Was it, you know, was it the battery pack system that's not working? Was the hybrid system not working? Or they don't really differentiate that. So again, and that number was very small in the amount of vehicles that they do make. So I will tell you, this truck was made in Dearborn, Michigan. So all the Dearborn, Michigan people, thank you for putting a well together truck for me. I've really thoroughly enjoyed it. When I do upgrade to the HD, I will sorely miss my Powerboost. But now, having had one, I will have another one, and yeah, it's fantastic. So hypermile your Powerboost, get the most at the pump, and save you a buck. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.